Hey guys, welcome back to Intellectual Depth. I'm Layla.
And I'm Fauzia, and this is about finding your ID.
Hello guys.
Hey guys, how have you been?
How y'all doing? How's your day or your night or your morning? Today's topic is a very, very heavy one.
Yeah, we always tend to ignore it.
Yeah, people, we, you, maybe someone you know, or
It could be anyone.
Anyone, basically, tend to ignore red flags. Red flags. Alert, alert, red flags. Yes.
Yeah. Pin it somewhere.
I think red flags are sometimes God sent.
Mhm.
That's why we have intuition.
Yeah, it's telling you from within.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Watch out.
It's a warning.
Be careful. Be vigilant. Be smart.
Be observant.
Yeah, don't just be, you know,
brush
us
it
as
down.
humans, we were always like,
Or look the other way.
We're just gonna look the other way. We're too sensitive.
I think it's also because of pressure. We all feel, just because of a little red flag, I would learn to accept it.
Yeah.
It's just a flag.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
That the thoughts that keep going on in your head. It's like, it's not that deep. Am I being too sensitive, or was it actually that situation?
Yeah, true.
One thing about us humans, we always give chances. We always tend to just feel like it's okay. I'm not saying if I tell you guys don't give chances, I'm a hypocrite, because I give chances to people, and I feel like everyone deserves a second chance, depending on what the person did.
It's a human thing.
So I feel like red flags, especially if you've seen the red flag more than once, twice, thrice, and you're just going on of it like you don't even care. This red flag is what I'm gonna raise to my community.
And I feel some people find red flags very exciting. It's something that it excites me. This is a red flag.
It brings attention to our
I have
situation.
attention. It's attention is like, oh, my emotions are trying to, make me maybe leave this relationship, or I don't want to be, just because of something I'm not aware of, to leave, because my friends will be like, oh, you just broke up with the person you said you're about to get engaged to?
Or did you really fight with that colleague?
Yeah.
Was it even that deep?
Yeah, now or your neighbor or someone. Yeah. It's something you just have to be honest, because we bury it below.
Yeah.
And we're like, we just...
It has to deal with like
up.
confrontation. People don't want to confront each other about certain stuffs.
They're scared.
They're really scared. Like, for example, I think the worst is in relationships that they're like willing to marry each other, and then there's this heap of doubt in both of them.
Yeah.
They both have doubts between them, and they don't want to address it. And that is a red flag. Yeah. That is like the biggest red flag.
How could you carry that weight with you to your marriage house, like to the person you're gonna be married to?
Exactly.
This is the sign. Are they having anger issues? You're like, maybe when I get married,
it's fear. It's like, I don't want to jeopardize this,
I will lose that connection.
Is it worth taking the risk over a stupid phone call I saw? Or sometimes
or
maybe
joke or body shaming.
Exactly. Maybe body shaming. Maybe he does this in front of his friends, or she does this in front of his friends, and he or she doesn't like it, and they continue. Like, it's a red flag for you to tell this person. It's something for you to confront this person and tell him, I don't want you doing this. And then if they continue it, that is a red flag.
Yeah, you're enabling them to continue treating you the way you want them to treat.
Exactly.
And it shows you have no respect for yourself. Really.
Exactly.
If you have respect for yourself, you respect your feelings.
Yeah.
This is true. This is a sign. And it's also, I think, a sign from God. God is telling you, pack your feelings and pack all those emotions and leave. Run for your life. But you're allowing it, it's gonna come and hit you hard. It's like an echo.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit you, and
you wouldn't know where to look and where to go at that time, because you have just been enabling red flags. You are bloody. You need to like literally get out. You're literally a sponge,
burying yourself in them,
soaking up so much negativity. You're worth way more, and you don't want to accept the fact that you are. You just want to ignore it and feel like, oh, society's telling me this bullshit, or society's telling me this.
Me for leaving too early.
But like you said, it's all about respecting yourself, and you cannot respect someone without respecting yourself, because you are the person offering the respect, aren't you? So if you do not want to grow and be better, it's a waste of time. It's a jeopardy you're signing your life into. It's literally a life sentence of disgust.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
You cannot accept red flags moving forward. You're going to destroy your family. You're going to give birth to broken pieces.
You are going to family, and anything you set yourself to, any decision you make is going to be the kind of thing you would have in the future.
Yeah, so set yourself free from just settling from stupidity, nonsense, I don't know, bullshit. Just just know that, okay, I'm going to buckle up and I'm going to take charge. It's my life.
And get control.
And any red flags, as a matter of fact, any flags I see,
they're not supposed
any
to
flags
be there.
I see that I don't like the way that you're waving or moving, I'm going to get you out.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I don't like the word flags.
Yeah, but
like, to be honest, you have to be honest with yourself. That's where it starts from. And that's where
I think that's what we lack in this, this
century
of no one is honest. People are not honest.
I think
people are not honest with themselves. They're like, I have to paint it and just be something.
Yeah.
Be yourself. If that red flags makes you lose friends, you let them go.
Yeah.
You're my friend. You cannot talk to me like this.
You can't treat me this way.
My coworker, the person I'm gonna marry, this is not what because sometimes people make silly jokes. It's a red flag. It's always saying, oh, you have to lose weight before you get married, blah, blah, blah. But, you have to respect yourself.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's not directly to you. It's like indirect. I was just thinking of this scenario I was part of, not like I was not part of, but behind the scenes of. Like, you see someone do something to someone, and this person is your friend. So, okay, like, let's say person A is your friend, B. and person B is not your friend. And then I'm person C. So person A and person C are friends, but the way person A is treating person B is disgusting. But then the way person A is treating person B, which is me, is like really different. So I think, to me personally, that is a red flag. And I would have to address it. And if I notice you just don't change and you treat people anyhow, then it's like I don't want to maintain whatever that relationship is.
True, it's like a big question mark.
It is.
Remember that the person A might maybe admire, like, there may be some qualities you have. They might be using you as opportunist. Something you have. You have to value each person.
Yeah.
Every person in this life has a purpose to give in this world. And respect them for who they are.
Exactly.
You never know what they're going to do tomorrow.
If you do not want to associate with those people, or you do not just want to be friends, you don't have to mistreat people, you know? You could just go along with your life, not talking to them, but not like mishandling and treating them in a way that it's derogatory or showing that they have no essence.
No value in this
world. So I feel like red flags come in several ways, and
they come in their paths and stages. I can't stand anyone that,
For me, red flags, it's like, how there's that sorting system in a machinery or in a factory?
Yeah.
How they sort the rotten bananas and apples when they're making apple pie or anything. For me, that I take the red flags out. I don't have time to deal with it. I don't have the energy.
Everything, it's not worth it.
I don't have the capacity to deal with red flags. I can't help you. I can't enable you.
Yeah, because actually the worst is the people that enable red flags, and they tell you it's okay. This is normal. This is red flags is part of life. It's part of growth. It doesn't make sense. Anything that affects the cycle you live in due to red flags, you need to let it go.
Yeah.
So example of this red flags is maybe, like you said, the example of that friend.
Person A, B, C.
Yeah, betrayal, trust, all these gossips is a red flags. Because one thing that it does too, it starts rubbing up like on you.
Yeah, it rubs off on you.
Yeah,
and
then
you think
you
it's
become
okay.
Immune to red flags. You become the queen of red flags.
Like, but what are some like examples of red flags that you want to share? Like,
I like from my experience, I have seen red flags, but I just let them.
You just sweep it under the carpet.
They didn't know better. So I just kept telling myself, but I'm like, you know better. If they don't know better, you know better. You teach them how to know better.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm teaching you how to know better, and you're attacking me with that thought. It's about time for me to leave. For example, someone just having anger issues, or someone just talking in a rude way to people they don't have character. They normally talk to people, for example, that have they have more money than them,
richer,
good looking than them, but they just see like a local person, a cleaner by the street. Everyone deserves to be respected,
and they like degrade them because of their status.
I'm like, this person is a red flag. You can't be my friend. You have to be kind, even to animals that can't even talk. So it's
that's like a big red flag. That's like the biggest. For me, I really see it with I really can't hold the thought in my head of having someone like that near me. Of being someone that I could say, oh, that's my friend. Someone that treats people like just because of their status, or talks to people just because they're wealthier, or just because they're this and they're that. That tells me what kind of person you are and what mindset you have. And like a red flag is also your mindset. How do you think? How do you talk? How do you associate? How do you deal with problems?
I think the problem with red flags is some people are not aware of it. Some people were born in a family of red flags. They distribute it every morning. It's like,
take yours.
It's like the mother is like, take yours. The father is like, so you just become in a house of dysfunctional red flags.
You know, I saw a meme that said, there was a girl, I think, that said something like, I saw all the red flags, but what if I love the color red?
That has an origin. You see, that's the problem. People that are addicted to red flags are from a family that has pathology of red flags.
Okay, it's like mass distribution.
Yeah, the mother gives you red flags during breakfast.
The father
lunch.
Makes it redder.
Yeah, the siblings just keep giving red flags, so you feel it's actually okay. You feel like the world, red flags is like the legit thing.
That's what they represent.
So seeing black flag or other flags that are positive, like let's say white, maybe black is not worth it. But really you'd be like, no, this is so wrong.
I was like nurtured
to be in red flag.
To be red. Yeah. Who are you to tell me to be different?
Where did you come from? Yeah. What century? That's why this century we live in, people are just so confused. They allow dysfunctional pathology to be transferred, like they breathe in it. They make it their clothing to wear red flag and be proud to walk.
That's like the worst thing. People that know, because some people know their negatives, right? But then people that know their negatives and actually want to be in that negative is the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Because you acknowledge what you're doing is wrong, but you're like, to hell with it. I was born this way. I'm gonna live this way. So, but there are some people that would be like, okay, this is my red flag. I'll try to change. Yeah. This is, they're like working to be better and to be a better person. But then there's some people that just don't really care. They don't even want to care. They don't want to know.
Learn. They're not willing to accept the truth.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. You just have to be in tune with yourself. You have to be self-aware. What is wrong and what is right? Because whatever is wrong, you can't say it's right.
Yeah. No matter how many people are doing it, and no matter how many people are not doing it, I think that's one thing we're blessed with as humans that differs from animals.
Yeah.
We know what is right, no matter what. Like God has put that in us. Even if you're faced with difficulty deciding and not knowing what to do with that. You know what is right deep down. If you are like, but God knows honest. Yeah. And so it has to do with all that. And then something that also people need to keep in mind, these red flags keep multiplying as long as you're enabling them, they're going to get worse. And you're going to be also a person that also, it's just like integration. It starts from, I'm accepting your red flag. The person is going to transfer it to you to also be a red flagger.
Yeah, then you become in a family. If you marry this person, then you transfer it to your kids.
Exactly.
That's what I'm like. They don't.
It's like a cycle. It's like a cycle. Toxic cycle.
you just need to stop it. You just need to be like, okay, this is the red flags. This person is good, but they're not good for me.
Yeah.
They need to go find someone that is,
their match.
Yeah.
With the same color.
Yeah. Get the red, but really, you just have to be aware, because they are examples. And I'm not saying just, just like red flags, like, let's say like I hate stingy people. A generous soul is just everything. Yeah. But what kind of generous soul are you talking about? Because to some people, it might just be materialistic stuff. To some people, it's just be kind. Does it take anything to be kind?
I think, we say that so freely. I think it's a very heavy thing to say when you grew up in survival, because I was like reading a book and I found out that so many people don't know how to be kind because they didn't grow up with love. They didn't grow up with kindness. They only grew up with pain and survival. So you can't come to this person and tell me to be kind. What the hell?
Yeah.
I have been through pain. You were growing in love. You were groomed by nurturing kind parents and your siblings and all that. So it does sometimes take a lot to be kind, more than it takes to be mean. And we say it like so freely. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for to be kind and to teach people how to be kind, But I feel like so many people don't have that privilege or that opportunity, but it doesn't justify you to be evil.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this to justify any act of evil, but learning to be kind would make you kinder to yourself.
Yeah.
And those around you.
True. And I always say this, every time you go out, you meet someone, you don't know how you're going to impact their life. One word you say, one act, even the way you smile could change that person's life forever. Yeah. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
So don't be that red flag that adds problem to their life. Try to eliminate yourself. If you're from a dysfunctional family, try to be functional. Make that family functional. Really.
Yeah.
Try to destroy that process. Don't transfer that process. This generation we live in, so much people are I don't even know how to say it. Like, there's no function. I'm like, where's the function right now?
It's just so sad because we have so much knowledge. Like we learn so much about people, and we learn so much about our ancestors, and we know they've done so much for us to be where we are.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad that to this generation, it's like, to hell with it. I have my values right now. I'm just going to live my life. I don't give a, what anyone says.
I think people right now are just distracted by so many things in life.
They are.
Social media, all these movies.
Pressure, the race game, who got there first, and what age did you get there? Yeah. Like, how much did you get? How much are you making?
Really. And it's just really scary to know that some people just don't care. Some people don't have passion. And some people just live for, I know, astaghfirullah, you just need to know what really matters to you.
Yeah.
And what is important. Because my red flag could be different from yours.
Yeah.
That's why we're getting into broken houses. That's why we're creating broken kids. That's why the rate of divorce is increasing. Because you accepted that red flag. You enabled the red flag to be welcome to you. And then at the end, something happened. You're really broken and you feel like, oh my God, this happened, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, don't sympathize with people that have red flags, because it's going to come to you.
Because your red flags, I think, like you said, you have red flags, I have red flags.
Yeah.
But what are the red flags to other people?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Like, what are my red... Maybe the way I laugh is someone's red flags. Red flags, I think they're warning signs.
Yeah.
You don't approach this person.
Yeah.
If you know you don't like this thing about this person, eliminate, exit, leave the place.
Sometimes there are people with red flag are the ones that approach. Let's say like a person wants to come to you, like they want to get married to you. You just say, stop there. Thank you so much. May God bless you. I wish you something better. You're good, but you're not good for me. To some people, that person's red flag is everything. It's like a glorifying stage. They will go glorify each other, but you're not going to enable that for you. For your mental state, for your deen and everything is not worth it. You just lock it out.
You just have to be careful and I just want, if I could say it louder for this generation, is don't settle for bullshit. Just don't just settle because society. Don't do it because of society. Don't do it because, oh, that person you said this. Because you know the worst, I feel, honestly, it crawls on my skin when I think about it. But those people or those guys, those boys that say, oh my God, you know how they just, like, when they're trying to talk to you, they insult other women and trying to make you feel better. Like, what? You're like, I don't understand. That is a huge red flag. That is a disgusting red flag. Like, that tells you, or those people that just try to show you, they just try to belittle women. Yeah. Trying to make you sure that, oh, they're masculine. You know, they know what they're doing. Yeah. Try to make you sure, oh, you know what? I'm going to take care of you, but I'm going to let you know that you stand here. Don't move from your position.
Yeah, you're better than
Stay where I kept
Everyone
you.
Is created equal.
That is a red flag.
True.
And that's what they're going to keep doing to make you feel like they showed you, though. And some people don't show you. Yeah. How about the ones that don't show you the flags?
The ones that don't show you are the dangerous ones. But you, from the beginning, you know, God gave us something. You just feel from it, this is not right.
Yeah, intuition.
Yeah, you just feel it's not right. Why do you enable stuff that are not right? You just
some people are blinded by money. They're like, oh, it's a red flag. Why? I'll go to Spain and see the red flags. People say that money
does make stuff easier. But trust me, it doesn't. In this generation, everyone gets money anyway. Astaghfirullah. But really, you just have to be honest with yourself. We could talk about red flags like for hours. Yeah. And
you just have to decide, what are your red flags? I was thinking, like, red flags are, for me, red flags are more like of a turn off than anything. Yeah. I think, like, I can't like the first stage is a turn off, and then red flag is like further. I try not to get to the red flag.
Yeah.
I hate the word flags. Yeah. It's like people that brag. It disgusts me. It's a turn off. So if it's a turn off, where are we going to? Yeah, it's already turned off.
Yeah, you're not allowing them. You're not enabling.
We're not enabling the situation. So if you are a person that loves, you know, braggers, show off, or
it wouldn't be no red flag to you.
It's not a red flag. It's a white paradise for you. Yeah. So you could go and deal with that situation, and then for some other people, it's different. Yeah. A big red flag is your poverty. A big red flag. I'm not saying poverty is a red flag to me, because I'm saying, like, even our religion tells us to pray against poverty. Yeah. And not knowing about yourself is a red flag to me. If you don't know about yourself, what are we trying to get to?
Yeah, to be committed.
Exactly. Learn about, like, you know, those people that are like, oh, whatever you say, I can't stand it. That is like a big turn off. What are your opinions? Yeah. And what are you as a human, as an individual? You were created with something. Unique. Show up for it.
Own it.
Some people are like, oh, that's like a red flag, and some people are like, oh, I like that. Yeah. I want to show him who he is. I don't need him to tell me who he is, but he should know who he is
before you tell him. You're not his mother.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Really, I just want those girls out there of our generation and whoever is listening to this pod. Red flag is the beginning of a relationship problem. It's what damages relationship. It's what enable problems. Toxic relationship. Narcissistic behavior. Yeah. It's so disgusting and unfortunate that
it is.
It is really. So I'm sorry I'm laughing, but really, I am so glad we talked about this. We could talk about this for hours. But guys, own the red flags and just carry those flags and throw them in the bin and just keep moving forward.
And I promise you're not missing anything. Yeah. I posted, I think last week or 2 days ago. My brain with dates suck. But I posted, like, it's okay to feel sad after making the right decision. So if you do feel sad, you know you made the right decision. Even if you're letting this guy go, even if you're letting that sugar daddy go, you made the right decision. I'm not saying it's your choice. Just do not
the right
accept or belittle yourself to a point where you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to settle for all of this because your kids would never forgive you. You would never forgive yourself. You have one life and live it to the fullest.
Yeah, own it. And someone that had like a value, a purpose in everything you did, like a purpose in understanding life. Yeah. You lived for a purpose.
Exactly.
You created change.
You lived for a reason.
Yeah, you helped the nation.
And you lived with your all.
Yeah, you don't want someone to come to where you died and saying, oh, they didn't know what they wanted.
Yeah, they were just occupying space in the earth.
Guys, I know this podcast is gonna be like, what got into us?
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm being honest. Have your
letting you guys
have your stand. Have your stand in the world. And I think that's why so many divorced women, when they come out, they just come out with fire. Because they've been through so much and they've been scared of what society would say about them. You were married, now you're divorced. Like, they just don't care anymore.
Yeah, because it's more like focus on the woman than the guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like don't reach that point. Don't like try to put yourself in a situation where you're building up for regret. And bit by bit, it's gonna hunt you. It's gonna hunt you down.
It's gonna bury you alive.
And try, and I pray it doesn't destroy the person you want to be, because red flags.
Because sometimes they mess up someone's faith.
Yeah.
Someone that is so toxic that doesn't know the faith of what they believe in. They come in with some ideology
and brainwash you.
You're just this innocent person, and stop that process. Excuse me. I was grown to be. I was taught to be better. Yeah. My parents taught me this.
If you don't know better, I'll teach you better.
Yeah, let me go and you go your own way. Yeah. No insults. Everyone respect them and let them go. Yeah. I think we've said enough.
We have. Guys. Oh my God, red flags. Be smart to not get yourself into believing that it's okay to push it under the carpet or sweep it under the carpet. You don't want it to explode. It'll be bloody.
Yeah, it's gonna get messy. And don't make red flags like something you live for. Something you walk in and something you're proud to be. Just stop the process.
And the red flags. That's a crazy thing. Listen to what it is.
Voice from you and know your value.
And pray. God has you. God's got you. So
God is giving you a sign by showing you the red flags.
He has. What's your final?
My final note.
Do we say final note? No, it's not final note. What's your personal note?
My personal
note. It's been long.
Yeah, it's been long. My personal note is, you know yourself when no one knows you. And even though you don't know yourself, listen to the words coming from within. It's not a lie. It's real. It's true. Because the process might be painful, but the result would be worth it. So watch out for red flags and pray about it and be safe.
Yeah, that's a great one. You just need to be careful.
Yeah.
My personal note is be self-aware. That's where it all starts. Be self-aware. Stay clear, darling.
Yeah.
Be self-aware and stay clear with your intentions.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Try to be kind today and tomorrow and the day after and every other day. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you guys and bye.
See you in our next podcast.